Hello, welcome back to Divinity, and welcome to the second attempt at recording this episode. Now, as you can see, some of my equipment's changed a little bit. I made an attempt to record this before I had some breakfast, and about 30 minutes into the recording failed. Now, I've worked out what's causing that, because that is the second time that's happened. I've worked out what's causing that, sorted that out, but I will be doing a workaround later on after I've completed this and another recording session. But not much was missed out of it, to be fair. I mean,
The cat purrs loudly as it curls itself around your ankles. Looks like you've got yourself a new pet.
excellent. Yeah. I mean, a lot of what I've done was companion bonding. So getting the companion talks out of the way and doing a bit of shopping with El Skeletor up here. And just another fight. And I was about to start the added quest for one of the bonus armors when the recording failed. Thankfully, I spotted it this time, unlike the last one. But let us begin doing some of the companion talks.
Is it an audience you desire? There was a small incident which prompted my many rivals to move against me. Technically, they had the letter of the law on their side. Such a nuisance, the law. Quite necessary to keep the common in line, of course, but one such as myself it should exempt as a matter of course. Notice that, did you? For future reference, if I don't answer a question, it's because I don't want to.
Ah, the sass.
I hardly know you as yet. Let's leave some mystery in the relationship, shall we? We can exchange criminal records later. Oh, don't tell me you've never heard the stories. The tale of my birth has been a bedtime staple for years. A dinner party favorite. Cute. Very well then, listen closely. One day a red sun rose, turning the desert sands into a blood-colored sea. When my mother, roused from dreams, beheld this crimson dawn, she knew the time had come and promptly gave birth to me. The sun rose to its zenith, but there settled, refused to descend towards the beckoning dusk. Instead, she hung there for 7 days and 7 bright, starless nights, so enamored was she with her little red prince. Indeed, I've been a married man since the day I was born, for they call me the spouse of the sun. She who is all life and beauty, she whose colour I wear not in cloth, but in skin. Isn't it just? A beautiful, beautiful story.
He laughs wryly, baring rows of shark-like teeth.
There are those who believe that little legend, you know. I'm not one of them. To tell you the truth, I've no idea why I'm red, but I do fancy I was rather lucky to be born a prince. My heritage made people celebrate my uniqueness. Had I been common born, they might have just drowned me in a well. Why, thank you. You'll find I don't live up to expectations with remarkable frequency. Case in point is that I have a high opinion of myself because of my unparalleled skills and intellect, not because of the bed I was born in.
So he thinks much of himself, basically.
Though I won't go so far as to deny absolute wealth has its perks. Absolute power, for instance. No wonder I seek my way back to the throne. More glorious than you could ever imagine. More glorious than I wish to recall here. Ask me again once we escape, and I'll tell you tales that will last us 1,000 nights.
Okay, so that's one down.
Out of the frying pan and into... You know what? You've heard that one before, so let's try a new one. Shite's all mucked up. Yeah, seems more to the point, doesn't it?
Yes, Beast is very blunt.
You notice that, eh? Well, I'm a lot of things, but subtle ain't one of them. So, there's some things you ought to know about me. I'm sort of... kinda royalty. I mean, I never wore a crown. Not with diamonds in it, anyway. I once stuck a wreath on my head and... Oh, sorry. I need to stop with that whole tangent thing.
I know someone like that.
Anyway, let's just get it out there. I'm a bastard. The literal kind. And the other kind. The royals weren't all great with me, and I weren't too great with them.
Yeah, that sounds a bit like me. Not so much the royal part, of course. A royal pain in the arse, probably.
To make an overlong story over short, I started the rebellion and got caught and exiled to an island prison. Like Fort Joy, but 10 times worse. I would have died there too, if one of Justinia's ships hadn't sailed so close. So, I kinda took it, and off I went. Cool, right? Then I came upon the Victory. Nice ship. The royal sailors walked the plank as well as you could hope for. That's where I found the notes. Right there in the open. Next to the manifest. I'm no pirate. I just play the part. I prefer revolutionary. Yeah, it's got a nice ring to it.
Aye, one man's pirates, another man's revolutionary, as we know.
Now let's see how quick I can tell you the rest. Queen Justinia's ordered some dwarf named Lohar to ambush a ship called the Peacemaker and take its cargo. Whatever's on it, she's using it against the rebels. She calls it Operation Downfall. Pretty ominous, eh?
Just a little bit.
So, yeah, hoping to find this Lohar fellow and stop the Operation Downfall thing. And there you have it. Tangent-free. Mostly. Well, not mostly. A little. Okay, not at all.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like Lewis, to be fair. And yes, I am throwing shade at you, Lewis. Telling me I was salty. I'll show you salty. Okay, so this is pretty simple.
I'd say we should stop to talk, but I'm swamped.
Again, my favourite sense of humour is just stupid, pun-related, and innuendos.
Sure thing, Chief. What's up?
She bats her eyelashes coquettishly over black eyes in grey sockets.
I am pressing the numbers again.
Just for you, Chief. Okay. I don't.
So just ask about the elf.
Look, I know it was bad, okay? I know. You don't have to tell me. I'm sorry. I just want to move on.
Really? So I've just knocked something off the table.
I'd say we should stop to talk, but I'm... Sure thing, Chief. What's up? Of course I do. What's your poison? I've got it.
Losa clears her throat and starts stomping a steady beat into the ground, kicking up dust that dances to the rhythm. Slowly, she claps an intricate pattern above the beat, hips swaying, head nodding. The beat builds into a riot of sound, her hands and feet moving in an inscrutable pattern. She takes a deep breath and starts humming above the rhythm, a sound like a train, like a flock of birds, like nothing else.
Savage hearts in it. I can't. It's nothing. It's nothing. Let's keep moving. The sooner I find a way to get this bloody thing out of my head, the better. How very sweet of you to notice. I know, it's weird. One of the many side effects of the visitor upstairs.
Declutter. Well, I'll do that after this.
She drums on her forehead with 2 fingers, smiles grimly, and shrugs.
They used to be blue. Oh well. Ha! Well, this is the real me. I've always been a host. I'm not too keen on this particular companion, of course, but I can't remember a stretch of longer than a few days that there wasn't some kind of lodger knocking around up there. Most of them are friendly. Interesting too. Chatty, musical. It's fun. Inspirational, usually.
Never gone down this conversation path, so it's a new one for all of us.
Sometimes I wonder what my voice sounds like, you know? So what's it like, being alone in your head? Same story here. Well, I was giving this concert up on Overlook Hill. There was a great crowd. They were really feeling it. But I guess it was too good. I had me a little source flare-up. Everyone went a bit, I don't know, wild, rabid.
So this is basically just her hinting at what her source ability is, which can send enemies mad and attack each other.
I snapped out of it before anyone got hurt, but the Magisters caught me backstage afterwards. At least I went down doing what I loved. Nope, this one doesn't talk to me. It talks through me. You'll know it when you see it.
Okay, so that's that. So yeah, basically what we had to go through. I did change dialogue with Losa. Like I say, I
The hooded
decided
man
to take a
exudes
different
a
route.
restrained menace that near matches your own. As he raises his head, the hood falls back, revealing the gleaming bone visage of an undead.
Be not frightened of me, delicate fleshed one. There's far worse than my bite in this quagmire. Perhaps I can even offer some aid, if you've the coin. Do you desire trinkets from the ancients? For the smallest of costs, I'll tell you. Barely a trifle.
With a horrific rasp of bone scraping against bone, he bows low before you.
Call me Zalaskar. Naught else concerning me is yours to ask. My business is my own, and none of it yours.
I'll take a leave for the moment because I made a slight mistake when I'd done this last time. Let's read this quickly, see what we're dealing with. Captain Arthas. Operation Downfall has commenced, and Her Majesty's orders are clear. My men will make their move when the Peacemaker nears Reaper's coast. Trust me, the Divine Order drunkards on board won't see it coming. Sail the Victory on my signal. When the bonfire burns under cover of darkness, do not bother disembarking. We will load the cargo and then return to Driftwood. You only need to transport it. And be quick, Her Majesty does not tolerate delays. It is time to strike. The rebellion will fall. Loha. So that just gives you an idea of what we got to sort out.
So, you read through it all, which means you know what I'm up against. Not much more than the paper told you, but it's enough to know I've got to stop Justinia. She's got the rebellion in her sights. My comrades, my friends. Aye, if that ain't true. I miss the rocking of the waves and the moaning of the planks under my boots.
Shadows of the past cloud his bright eyes. He no longer looks at you, but through you.
A storm is brewing, we can be sure of that. But I'm just as sure the sky will clear after. The gulls will come back to perch and the sun will dry our faces. That peace is all the more special when you've heard the thunder before it.
Okay, so... Right. So, what I done last time was I sold a load of stuff, but I should have sold it with the Red Prince, as he's got bartering, so I would have got a bit more money for it. So, let's send this to you, send this to you. Right. I think it's left shift to do this. Yes. So, on PC, you can just hold left shift and drag and drop. Now, we don't need more than one identifying glass, so... what else? Now, I might not get the same road that I had last time. Yes, and the charge. Because last time when I done this, well, when you reload the game, shall I say, I should focus more on that. It can reset what you're buying. Anything else that's worth selling? Tormented Soul, I'm not too worried about. Right. Get rid of that. Primitive Harpoon can go. And that's about it. Oh, we got the shiny red ball. Useful, but it's best if we still get pet power for what we
The
needed.
hooded man exudes a restrained menace that near matches
Yes,
your
you've heard
own.
it all before.
As he raises his head, the hood falls back, revealing the gleaming bone visage of an undead.
Now, thankfully, it is all the same stuff. So, not always the case. But thankfully, we got away with it this time. So, let's sell all this. And then we will get padded leggings, the scale boots, pants thigh, this, and the mace. I'd love to get that axe, as it's quite a powerful axe, but it's £2 and I simply do not have £2 on me, so yeah. There we go.
Be not frightened. Perhaps I can even offer some.
Right, let's leave that for the moment. So. Oof. No, that was what I got off her. I got a nice helm off her, but I don't think I'll get it again. Let's put that on. I want to put this on as well. And the mace. Okay. I think that's everything. Oh, and I forgot to sell these. I think that was it. Yeah. Okay.
Ah, you're back. Looking to add some weight to your rucksack?
So sell these. Let's get back a bit of our money. Balance. There's not really anything else. I've found a lot of the stuff that I need, and I'm going to find some more in a moment. So there we go. Now, Solascar is part of another companion's quest. Or if you choose to play as that companion from the start instead of creating your own, it'll be his. Right, let's go down here. Let's pick that up because you can use this. It's basically the same, but it looks better, so there we go. And I'll sell that torch. Now, on this body here, ignore her for the moment,
Dead magisters. I wonder who did this.
is a severed head. Now, if I eat that
You are
with
floating a few
Caliph.
inches above the ground. Your friends are impressed. You bask in their hoots and hollers. Your favorite party trick.
I've learned spread your wings, which is a movement skill. Similar to the one that Beast has got, which is Cloak and Dagger. Just move that over for a sec. Now, I don't have a pointing polymorph, so it's pretty worthless for the moment. Let me just do a save. See if it lets me override this. There we go. See, the last one got corrupted as well. I have no idea why. Might be due to the same reason that I lost the recording before. Poor dog. Right. Let's move back a bit. Now this time I accidentally, last time I accidentally triggered the fight. This time, I'm going to jump in and get the damage done. Now, there is a storyline with her. I don't know it because I've never done it myself. Right. So let's jump behind you here. Put that on her. And then turn invisible. Just for the moment. Now, ruptured tendons works extremely well with anything where you can move a character. So, like this for instance. But I believe you do have to go through the armor. So any movement, it can do damage. Let's hit her with this there. Now that she's like that. Knock her down. Hit her with a shield. Let's teleport you there. And then let her go. Now she gets perseverance, so she'll recover damage. Not damage. Armor when she stands up after being knocked down. I trust her to dodge it.
Magisters aren't the only ones looking for me. But who is it?
There we go.
And why?
Easy enough fights, to be honest with you. So I've got most. Looks like I've got the same loot, which is quite surprising. Now, Fane's Mask of the Shapeshifter. Quite a useful little item. You can use it basically to change your race. Only temporarily while you're wearing the mask. I'll show it off in a moment. I just want to identify these. Yes, different ones. Different effects. That is still better. That is actually even better for Red Prince. Both of these are better for the Red Prince than what I had, so I'm not complaining. Right. I'd use the spear, but that's a finesse weapon, and I'm going down strength with my spellcaster. So. Right. So, to show off Fane's shape-shifting helm. Who has it? It's me, isn't it? There. Right. So as you can see, put that on. I've now got on the next bar 4 new abilities. 5 including this one, refer to original form. So for instance,
Something has changed. You are you, but more. You are another, but not. You look to your hands, your belly, your feet. Flesh you don't know, molded into unfamiliar shapes. You cradle your aching head, where another's memories and wisdoms mix with your own. Your fingers trace a line from your head to your face, feeling not the creases of the mask, but the porous surface of new skin. You lower your arm, blink twice, and step forward in this new guise.
so yeah, you can change your race using this, like I've said, and it's useful for specific things. So if I just click on this, as you can see, I am a lizard. If I do it again, I'm a dwarf. Now the armor does change with your transformations as well. So, change to human. Like so. And they allow you some pretty useful interactions later on in the game. But for now, let's go back to Halif, Elven Halif, and swap back to my helm. So yeah, you can use that when you have interactions that you know would require another race for an easier solution. So like there's one later on where if you're playing as a human but you use the mask, you can transform. This is an example. You can transform into an elf and complete that interaction easier than you would if you were human, because it would cause more trouble and you'd have to pass an even more difficult check, like a persuasion check. Now, this is where it crashed on me. Well, not crashed on me. The recording ended on me last time. Ooh, lucky charm. And that was me coming over here to check. Well, to perform, shall I say, the opening of the bonus quest. So let's go over here. Oh, that's a point. One. Let's move that there for the moment. Right, so that's locked, so I can't do anything there. Right. I do apologise, I'm not used to trying to do this on... Ah, here we are. I'm not used to trying to do this on the PC. So I can put that there. There we go. It's an easier way of doing it. Right, so this quest I was referring to. As you can see here, there's a skeleton hand. Well, arm.
A skeletal arm reaches upward, grasping at empty air. It lunges at you, violent fingers grasping only air. Despite your efforts...
Right, so I can't do nothing there. However, let me just feel. You
A
can.
skeletal arm reaches upward. Now free, the arm thrashes furiously. It doesn't relent until the arm hits the sand and goes rigid. Its wrist rotates like a compass needle, a single bony finger pointing toward... what?
So now, basically, it's pointing up here. Well, I can just get the thing right. Nope, not there. Up that way. Let's just loot these. Disarming kit is nice. Right, this is not going to be just conversation and one easy little fight. We are actually going to go and do another fight now, and possibly one more after. We'll see how much time we have left, because this will be a long episode otherwise. I mean, we're already looking at an hour-long episode.
Even more corpses here. Good riddance.
So basically, just a quick overview of that. There's a rebellion on the island. Ooh, that'd be nice to say. There's a rebellion on the island. A group of warriors are trying to free sorcerers. Now, we saw one of them already, who was killed, and that was Artuso or something like that. The lizard who got killed at the start of the game by Dallas. Alright, so let's go over here. So, now there's a nice little reference to another game here. And that is these two. I'll just bring it up. These two here. They are actually a reference to Undertale, Sans and Papyrus. And if you've never played Undertale or heard of it, they are two skeletons from that game. They are brothers. One is short and, as you can see, wears a hoodie, like that. The other one is tall, wears armour, doesn't have the beard, mind you, and has the red scarf. So yeah, it's a nice little nod towards that. So, I'm going to... Well, there's no way I'm going to be able to sneak this. So we're going to have to do this the straightforward way. No. Because I want to get up to damage. Nah, I'm not going to be able to do it. Okay. I'll do the backstab. And then we'll go for the crit. Now that might look like a weird thing to do, but if one of them's got electric, they can cause quite a lot of trouble. Right, you drop down here. I don't want you up there if I can help it. He's casting Peace of Mind on himself so he can do a little extra damage. Ow! That crit. Right. That's one skeleton down. And that's one missed. Bloody hate that. Oh no. So, Losa's missing her next turn because she's been hit with Clawfall. Which is a scoundrel skill. It's actually quite a useful one. One that I do need to put on to Beast. And now he's killed me. Right, I need to put an end to you quickly. Turn invisible. And then get into range behind him. They're all going for Losa. How annoying. But there's the nature of it. I must turn the Steam overlay off. That is a little annoying sometimes. Right. They are both resistant to physical. Okay. Let's see. Clear mind. Right. So that'll stop her from being frozen on the next turn. And what I will do... It's a bit of a risk. I'm going to hit the prince anyway, but the more damage I can do to them, the better. And she's getting turned into a chicken. Right. I'll take the damage. You know, I'm not too worried about it. Put mending metal on her. She can run. Turn into a bloody chicken. That's alright. Focus on me. Alright. Can't get behind him. Okay. Sit down. He's coming from me. Excellent. Let's take you out first, as you are a nuisance. And then you smack you with the hammer. I'll say they have got better physical armor, so I am not going to do much damage, but... Right, she's turned back to human, I believe, so... Let's hit him with that. Don't want to do that, so I'm actually going to buff myself. And then on the next turn... Stab. Stab. And then... Whose turn is it next? Please. Petrify him. Take him out. And then just finish the fight. Like that. Let's heal up. Move on a bit. Like I say, that's not a bad fight. I mean, it was made a bit more difficult by the fact that I've taken loads of down glass cannon. But we will move on to the next fight, which is back round this way. Actually, instead of doing all that, there we go. Cut out a load of the walking and just go that way.
Reveal yourself.
Right. So, we got more enemies. We got a decomposing swashbuckler. The Terramancer, we do need to get down here as soon as possible. And there is one more. I'm gonna buff. And move forward. I was hoping she wouldn't do that because I can't really pull her down towards me. And they've slowed and crippled us. That's not good. Okay. I'm just going to focus on pure attack from here then. Right. Next, you. Now, I don't know where this,
I'm ready.
Pardon me. Nah, he's not here. He's... Oh, actually, yes, he is. He's standing right there. You. Oh, you haven't got much armor either. So what I can do... There we go. Puts me in a better position. Do the same to you. Right, so they're stunned. For the moment, I'm just going to focus on that. And then that. And turn. Backstab, miss, and then get back here. Knock him down. That's good, and then I'm going to teleport her on top of him. Right. That's him out of the way, that's good. And then knock that one down. Now we forced her to come down, which is good. Because I'm going to move forward and start laying into her with spells. Now I've got to watch where I stand, of course, because I can easily stun myself here. Right. Just put this on you. End my turn there, let her go up. Right. Let's have a look. Let's just go for a pure attack. There we go, and then cast some fire. Oh, so she's going for beast. Buff myself up. And then end my turn there. There we go. Just finish that one up, get her out of the way. Right. Bit of revenge is in order, if I can get close enough. Which I don't think I can without that.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Let's have a look. Just get a little bit of health back. Probably won't do much, but right, she's using men metal, and then she'll probably attack beast again. Yeah. Okay. She's still in range. Good. Move up to here. And then let's men now. Yeah. And that there. Let's move forward a bit. She's just out of range there, but out here. There we go. That's worked in my favour.
I'll yield to none.
Hopefully Beast can survive the last little bit. Shocked myself there. Just about. Let's put an end to you. And we got a level. Well, some of us did. Ah, just as I healed. That's alright.
Find you? Find whom? Whose voice is this?
There we go. Bit of a pain, but it works. So, I've leveled up. Which gives me another civic. I'm going to keep calling them civics because that's what's stuck in my head. I'm going to take Lawmaster again. Right. 4 points into memory. And on that. because I'm actually going to put a point into polymorph, which gives me the extra point that I need. So I'm going to put into wits. All good. Now for you. Now wits I'm not too concerned about, but you do need some more memory. Warfare's fine, Geomancer fine. You've got how many? So your Geomancer's fine. Your Warfare is 2, which is fine for the moment. Hydroself is 1, that's fine. I'm going to actually put a point of polymorph into his as well, so that I can buff his constitution right up. If he's going to be a tank, you might as well be able to do the damage. And then put the point into persuasion. Now beast is quite a bit off, about 5,000. Losa is the same. But that's one of them. But that's going to be it for this episode. God, I misclicked. I'm paying. Like I said, I've had to re-record it, but I've managed to get more done in roughly the same time as before. So next episode we will be looking at a couple more fights that we got ahead of us, and including a big one to do with the story, and then from there we will look at a new little sanctuary that we can go to, which will enable me then to go back to the old one and just make a little bit of money off a few iffy dealings. But apart from that, apart from that, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining, and I will see you next video.